All right, here we are. Amber Jacobs with the very cleverly named Amber Design Studio that she's got. Hey, it's
Well,
branding. It's branding,
well,
right?
I mean, it's you can go to awesomeamber.com.
Are you kidding me right
No,
now?
I'm not making that up. So it's a little bit of self-affirmation.
I love
And
it.
if you get to know me and I'm a designer, they're like, oh yeah, just go talk to Awesome Amber. She's got you.
That's so smart. You know, my
So because she
brother,
could have totally bought like amberdesign.com. And I was like,
no, yeah, snooze fest.
you're like, that
You
sucks.
should totally put awesome Amber in this thing. Okay, I'm gonna put it in the chat once I leave you
So you
to
can go
it.
to
Uh,
awesomeamber.com.
.com. My brother, when we were younger, he talked about legally changing his name to Awesome because of a similar reason. He wanted to go up to people and say, "Hi, I'm Awesome."
Right.
And this was like a family joke until his wife, he was married at the time, he's not like a teenager, found him filling out paperwork to actually do it. And she was like, "Uh, no, we're not doing that. We're not doing that." So
Like for
anyway,
realsies, like doing it.
yeah, he was for reals. He's gonna change his name to Awesome.
That's awesome. See,
Anyway,
we all say that, so then that's the
see?
bug. So then we
Mhm,
all say that as Americans so much, or even just humans, we use
mhm,
that word so much, and I'm
mhm.
like, people are like, "Oh, that's awesome." Like, "Yes, it is.
Exactly.
Yes, it is
So, I'm
awesome."
gonna pop up your slides here, and you and I could just hang out and goof
No,
around
we
all
can hang out
day.
and chat. I mean, it's fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna pop up your slides, you do your thing. If you
Okay.
need me, give me a holler, even if you just miss me. I am
I
gonna have
mean,
to
like, you can
interrupt
just
you
pop
halfway
in,
through.
it's a fun topic
Okay.
and it's loose, and I'm no fun at all, so don't even think about it.
Hmm, I think you are.
I
You've
mean,
had some
like,
fun juice. You've had some fun juice. Amber is
cheers.
not playing around. She is doing the mom thing right. That's what I gotta say. Where's your mom? That's mom juice right there. All right,
Woo!
here's your slides. Woo! And you get to it, girl, and I will be right here if you need me.
All right, hello. My name is Amber Jacobs. I am owner of Amber Design. You can go to awesomeamber.com. I'm a founder of Tutus and Tequila, a nonprofit. You can go to tutusandtequila.org. I'm a mom of two young boys, Caden, who is 3, and Easton, who is 10 months. And I'm a wife of an amazing husband. So that's kind of like the high level thing. But me as a graphic designer, my little journey, high level, is that I graduated during the awesome recession that was in 2008. I worked for a stipend, very small stipend, at a broadcast agency in 2008. And then for the next 6 years, I ran the gamut of being a contractor full time. And I've been hired, fired, laid off, and let go. I've worked with some of the top agencies in Seattle, namely Draft FCB, GLG, Wonderman, Possible, to name a few. I've worked in-house at Microsoft, T-Mobile, uh, and Nordstrom and sports art fitness equipment. So all that to say, I have totally, worked the gamut of like working for other people, earning my stars and stripes, in the industry of sorts. And then all of that led to me to discover that I was going to be an entrepreneur. Decided I was not a very good butt in a chair. Decided that I need to go seek self employment. So, anyhow, I thought I was at my dream job in 2015, working for a sports fitness equipment brand. I love health and fitness and I love graphic design. So it was like a merge of my two wonderful, amazing things. And unfortunately, the company reorganized and I was not a part of their future. That's okay, because it all led me to redesign myself, rebrand myself, and make my portfolio website more of a marketing design website and move forward as a self-employed contractor. So in 2016, I made a business plan. The business plan was kind of loose. It was like, how do I not have an hour and a half commute each way? How do I not be an hour and a half away from my future children? And how do I make a six-figure salary doing what I love? Check, check, check. All right, here we go. So all of that, fast forward to 2018, I moved further away from Seattle with my husband. So I was like, oh, we're definitely not in the commute zone of the downtowns, which are Bellevue and Seattle. So I kind of ripped off that Band-Aid and I was like, okay, honey, give me 2 years. I want to make X dollars a year. And if I fall flat on my face, I'll go take a W-2 job. It's going to be okay. So in 2019, we had our first son, Caden, who is now 3. And then my reputation, I guess, got itself going. And then this last year, 2021, not only did I grow my business, I also grew our family. We had our second son, Easton, who is now 10 months. So all of that kind of a nutshell as to like how I have gone from working for others, discovering that I was going to be a business owner, to scaling and growing my business as an entrepreneur and now business owner. So all of that is to lead into fighting the hashtag working mom. And what does that really mean? Next slide. So fighting the hashtag working mom. I think this hashtag.
You know these slides are on your computer, by the way, right? Like, you can do them.
Oh, like, thank you. I thought like you were
Uh-huh.
controlling this and
Hit the
like.
space. I mean, I can if you
Well, I
want
mean,
me
I
to
don't
do the
care. I got this. Is that you can see what I can
okay.
see? Here we
Yeah.
are.
I don't know.
Okay.
Can you see a field of tulips?
I see a field of
Yeah.
tulips. All right. Perfect. This is great.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're
I didn't
killing it.
realize I was in control. Perfect.
Oh,
Well, that works
yeah.
out perfectly because I thought I was not in control of my destiny when I worked for sports
Oh.
art. And
Nice
so I
segue.
took the reins by my own hands and launched Amber Design full time. So, why do I not like the hashtag working mom? Well, first and foremost, we all work. And like, what does that even really mean? So, do me a favor. What do you see in this picture? We're going to be a little interactive here. Perfect. Good talk.
There's well, there's a 30-second delay, so it's gonna be a minute before they can respond to you. But I see flowers and a baby and you wearing the same shirt that you're wearing right now. I don't know if that was
I
intentional.
did not mean to do that, but that's awesome.
Yeah. It works though. It works for you. It's a great color on you. Yeah.
So, you see a mom and a child. Does she
Yeah.
work?
Don't all moms work? Is that the right answer?
Ding, ding, ding. Okay, same thing. Next slide. I'm gonna go to the next slide here. What do you see here?
I see a soldier and some
Yeah,
little baby soldiers.
that's my
Soldier
really
boy.
amazing action figure husband. All right, so you see a
Hi,
man
how's
and
it
his
going?
sons.
Uh-huh.
Does he work?
Looks like it.
Yeah. So that's the thing is like we all
He was
work.
never a working dad.
But
Hashtag
that's
working dad.
exactly the thing, right? Like men don't go around hashtag working dad. Like that's like not like a thing.
Right.
So that's just kind of where this has all come from. So whether you are working, go my next slide here. Do they work? Of course they work. Whether you be a home VP of home operations or you have a career, you do all of these things, whether that's male or female, man or woman, right? So you're a VP of home operations. You're feeding and attending children's needs, you're grocery shopping and meal planning, you're shuffling children to and from activities, you're cleaning the house, entertaining, educating all these children day in and day out. That's what your 9 to 5 looks like. Your partner, instead of being a VP of home operations. So the blend is where I kind of found myself at some point not really falling into either category, right? I'm not a 9 to 5, at an office woman, and I'm not 100% VP of home operations. I am an entrepreneur, business owner, and I'm a remote working. And that's kind of where I think a lot of people even now have found themselves into, right, with the pandemic. People found themselves corporate jobs working from home. And so they kind of got this sort of sneak peek as to the inside lives of people who own businesses and have families, which I think is a very awesome, unique thing because it kind of like pulled up the blinds just a little bit to kind of get that inside scoop as to like, whoa, it is hard working a full-time job and attending children and having a cafeteria and doing this and doing that. Oh yeah, they do their Zoom tutorial, I have to do their Zoom meeting or their Zoom classroom. And then I have to help them with their homework. And then I have to do this and I have to do that. So, you're doing all of these things. And then you kind of have what, I do as well. I run a business, which is start to finish, right? Not only am I making a marketing strategy, I have products and services. I've got cash flow and forecasting I have to do. I've got attract customers, my sales funnel, my pipeline of sorts, write estimates and submit proposals, contractors, create the work, do the agreements, track the progress. Oops, I just clicked backwards. How do I go backwards? Click the process. track process, bring in the work, do the work, project manage, and then you're a whole 9 yards of like invoice, accounts payable, and don't forget about reimbursement and taxes. So it's like
But
not
besides
only
that, what are you doing all day?
right, it's like no big deal, right? Like no big deal. Like us women, like okay, yeah, sure, yeah, we'll do all of these things, we'll do all of these things, and yeah, okay, you say run a business. Well,
Right,
ah,
that one thing. That's about 1,000 things. Just really quickly, just wanted to show you you're getting some love in the chat. Disha
yay,
loves you in all caps is how much she loves you. And
fantastic,
Erica
yeah.
says, "This is definitely the session for me. She's a mom working from home." So we are
Exactly, and so
glad
that's like this blend that
to
I'm
have you,
talking
Erica.
about. It's like we don't I found that I needed to find my tribe, right? My tribe, my lady tribe, because like I'm not a VP of home operations, but I respect the fuck out of them. And I'm not a career mom that goes to Microsoft 9 to 5, but I respect the fuck out of them. And here I am, and I'm like doing this weird hybrid that is remote working entrepreneurship. And it's like, I need to find my people. So I started reaching out to other women who own businesses, who are their own CEOs and whatnot, and even other business owners. Period. Not even women, just business owners. Period. That can sort of like, empathize with our situation that is running a business on top of having a family. And lo and behold, you find a lot of love with that tribe that is business owners and families. So I think that's sort of a miss, of like, no, it's okay. It doesn't make you a good or a bad mom or a good or a bad parent to work and have a family. Like it hasn't been that way for men, right? So men, obviously, for a long time, have gone to work, uh, 9 to 5 or what do you want to call it, come home and do the kid bit thing and vice versa. It's just not a thing, but now it is. So then not to dismiss the persons that do stay home. So now that's kind of changed everything even the last few years, is where men also have been choosing to stay home for a change. That's not right or wrong or different. It just is. But if you were to take, and like the whole caveat is that like people who stay home, it's been getting bad rep. Women will say, "Oh, I'm just a homemaker," and I'm like, "No, you're a VP of home operations. Like you do all of this stuff." And it's almost like they're dismissed because they're not bringing in a monetary amount of money. But if you were to hire these same personal services as a nutritionist, a chef, an assistant to go run your errands, a shopper, a nanny, a daycare, a tutor, like every week, those dollar signs add real quick. And I think people dismiss or don't realize the money that she's contributing to the family household, even though it's not a monetary like paycheck coming in, but what she's saving or what she's putting into the family unit, or they, at a male or female at this point, right? So I think that's one big thing that like people don't think about, and they're still contributing to the household. They by not paying for these types of services, right? So I think
Hey,
this is sort of
hang on for 1 second.
yeah.
We have a situation.
Oh no.
Yep. Our broadcast went down.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Yeah.
Like completely down.
Yeah, like we're not. You can jump back in. I'll get you to where you
Okay. All right.
Here we go.
Okay. So we are
And
here.
go.
So it's all work. It's all hard work. It's productive. It adds either to the household, either monetarily, or to the household in general. So it's all hard work. It's productive. It is good. So because like if you were to hire, and this is kind of one that I talk sometimes to like my mom friends at our VP of home operations, I'm like, when they kind of get a little sideways, maybe with their partners, it's like, well, send them an invoice for their weekly duties. Like, go look up a nutritionist, a chef, an assistant, a shopper, a nanny, a daycare, and a tutor for like 3 times a week services, and just slide that in as like your invoice for the week, and just kind of like gut check them a little bit. Like, no, like this is what I'm contributing, and it's a lot.
I mean, I would just say, like, maybe stick to web design and do not go into family counseling, though, because
Oh,
'cause I'm
yeah.
not sure.
I mean,
You'll make your point.
I would recommend
You'll
you
make
a
your
little
point
bit
for
more
sure.
gently doing that with your partner,
Yeah.
or you need to renegotiate your contract. Maybe you need to have a contract renegotiation.
Yeah.
Okay. Ah, I'm terrible. Okay. So, how far we have come. All right. Traditional gender roles, right? So, we've evolved a lot. Like humans have been on Earth for 6 million Was it like this? Million years.
Mhm.
We've been on Earth a long time. And we historically have had traditional gender roles, right? So men biologically have been bigger, they've been protectors and hunters. Women biologically have been smaller and more nurturers and homemakers. And that's how things ran for eons, centuries, millions of years based off our biology. Okay, cool stuff, right? I'm gonna go to the next slide. It's not right, wrong, or different. We've just come a long ways in the last couple hundred years. All right, cool stuff, right? So women have made a ton of advancements in the last 200 years, 2 centuries, right? So we've come a long stinking way. Women have advanced. We are now able to own property. We can marry who we want to marry. We have the right to, we have a lot to do a lot of things, right to work, right to vote, right? So that's only 200, 100 years ago, we got the right to vote here in America, right?
I do
So,
what I want. Who runs the world?
oh yeah, women do.
Girls. It's girls. You don't know the Beyonce? Come on.
Well, I mean, I was gonna get there eventually.
Okay.
Work with me here.
Don't
So
see
we have come a long ways. We are able to do a lot of things. We are capable of a lot of things, right? So that's that difference between what we are and what we're capable of, right? So in the 1940s, here in America, we found ourselves in World War II. A lot of people went off to war, and women found themselves working in factories and picking up the home stuff financially. And you saw that poster, "We Can Do It," right, with the woman in her, she's badass and she's rolling up her sleeves and she's working on the high skyscrapers just alongside men, like we were shoulder to shoulder. And that's an
Rosie
amazing
the
thing.
Riveter.
What?
Rosie the Riveter.
Precisely. Thank you. So, that was a famous poster, and I freaking love that shit because it's like we are capable, we are strong. We have been this way for, a long time. Women frontiering the America, were out there just alongside men. They're, providing for their families, hunting and, hunting and bringing in the food and cooking it and doing the whole 9 yards. And that's, not lost on us. We are capable of doing all of those things. So, then in the continuing in to throughout the 1900s, right, women began to go into the workforce, and we began doing office jobs, right? That became more of a thing in the 1920s. Offices kind of became about maybe the 1800s. So we continued to progress. We got women's rights, suffrage, when we're continuing on, and here we are in 2022, right? So we are able to, we've broken the glass ceiling. We're able to hold 6-figure high-end jobs. We're able to be CEOs, CFOs. As long as, you're capable and working hard, like there's nothing that can stop us. So we are advancing, and we are strong, and we are women. We are not victims. I want to get this very clear. We are not victims. We are capable of many things that men can do. Both genders have physical and psychological strengths and weaknesses, and that is okay. We complement each other. I think that's one thing that we need to, it's okay. And come to full board, why do we need a descriptor? Why do we need these adjectives? Why?
I don't think we do. I get.
Why
I don't want
can't?
to can I just like this gets me burned up too. I just think it all the time when I look at stuff out there. I'm like, can we all stop talking about, and
If it doesn't matter, then why does it matter?
like, well, can we stop talking about that we're moms or that we're women or that we're whatever, who we're sleeping with or all of this stuff? Like, everybody just shut up and go to work,
Like, why does it matter? If it doesn't matter, then why does it matter?
And I know that there are folks that have some disadvantages.
Sure,
But
we can talk about that at a later time. But I'm just sharing. If it sounds racist, if there was a reverse with another race or another gender, then it is what it is.
Mhm.
So why do we need these descriptors? Why can't I just be straight up? I'm a CEO. I'm an owner, a founder, an entrepreneur, and I'm a mom. I don't need an adjective. I don't need any of those things. Just be what you are, and you don't need the adjective. And I think that's sort of the point of what I'm trying to say, is that like we work, we don't need the adjective. We have the freedom to be or do anything. Period. If you work hard, sacrifice, bust your butt, like you too, this is obviously could be controversial, but you too can have and be anything you want in this world. in my belief in America. In America, you can have all of these things. It's a beautiful plane, beautiful, beautiful place. You have the rights and the freedoms of a lot of things that a lot of people throughout the world do not have. So
So true. Ken's with you on this. He's got a comment here
I wish I could
again.
see the comments. Share more comments.
I gotcha. I got you, girl. Ken has had this question for a long time. Why does it matter?
Why does it matter?
Mhm.
If it should be merit based, right? So if I got good KPIs, I bring in the bacon, I bring in the prospects, I turn
And fried up in the pan.
fuck yeah. So I do all of these things. Why does my adjective matter? Why do any of these things matter? If I'm bringing in my KPIs and doing what I'm supposed to be doing, this is all that matters. And if you're not good at your job, your race, gender, your whatever does not matter to me. It's of no consequence. If you are not doing your job, which is the job that you are hired to do, that is it. Your race, gender, or sexuality preference is of no merit to me. I don't care. I really don't care. Sorry.
Sorry.
So sorry, not sorry. So I am a CEO of my business. I'm an owner. I'm a founder of a nonprofit. I'm an entrepreneur. I started my own business and I'm a mom of 2 boys. I'm a wife. I have an amazing spouse, amazing husband that supports all of my crazy ideas and is an amazing partner to me. We got this. We are women. And that is, we are capable of lots of things. And that is an amazing place to be. So at the end here, we need to stop asking women if they work. Like, I hate that question. Do you work? I hate that question. And women do it to other women. Do you work? I'm like, well, like, what do you mean? Like, you mean like, do I work from home? Do I have kids? Do I have a career? Like, what do you mean by that fucking question? Do you work? No, I work. Of course I work. I work at home with the kids. So no, I'm a mom and I work. So this is me. This last summer, I got my infant son in the bassinet and I've got my 3-year-old hanging out with me and I got them doing Play-Doh and I'm working all at the same time. I'm a mom and I work. I'm not one or the other. I'm not a working mom because that is rude. Like, no, all moms work. All women work. I'm a mom and I work. And we need to stop asking that of each other. We should ask instead, what do you do for work? That's the real question. What do you do for work? That is polite, that is awesome, and much better. And it's much more productive. And it doesn't dismiss the moms that choose to want to be homemakers, or it's good for their family unit. So I hate those moms that say that way. They belittle themselves. Oh, I'm just a stay-at-home mom. I'm like, no, you're a VP of home operation.
Just, yeah.
Yeah, it's
We need to take a quick breather. Have a sip of water. I don't know.
Should I
Just hydrate a little, and we're gonna play a 10-second ad, and we will be right back. And we're back. Okay.
Hey. And so I think really all of this is possible.
What is happening? What is happening?
It's me. So I really think, so I got a little bit of time. I think all this is possible to have is because I have an awesome partner, right? So we in my house do not have his or her chores. We have the chores. And whoever gets to them or has time in their day does them. So I like mowing and trimming and hedging just as much as he does. I like cooking and doing the things just as much as he likes cooking. It just happens to work out. So it's just the chores. Like, there are chores that we like and dislike more or less, but they get done. Like, I hate doing dishes. So he does the dishes. And it's just the chores. We have faced life that way for the last 12 years. Everything from wedding planning to planning vacations, getting married, having kids, running home offices. He has a home business or works from home as a regional sales rep, and I have a home business. We've been working from home together now for 7 or 8 years. So the pandemic was nothing to us. And so I think, negotiating and having open and clear communication with your partner is going to be very, very key. We have visibility to each other's work schedules, work calendars. Like, he's got a meeting at this time, I have a meeting at that time. And we flip-flop the infant back and forth. And Kaden goes to daycare or /preschool now. Sorry. So we are super flexible and we like figure it out together. Everything from, grocery shopping, what do you want to have for dinners? What do you want to have for lunches? All of those things. We are teammates and we are our own dream team. And so I think communication is the key of any relationship. And then we schedule merge and decide what matters most to us. So we have strong boundaries. Like I am strict from 8 to 3. That is working hours. And if it gets in at 3 or 4, guess what? It can wait till the next day. I don't work evenings and weekends. I don't do it.
You're saying these 3 floating heads here are the most important thing.
Yeah, right there. Those are them.
I
Those
wish
guys
I'd
matter
heard that
most.
ammo joke when you asked me the first
Well, at the
time.
end of the day, what's going to be on your tombstone? It's not going to be, 6-figure salary person. It's going to be amazing wife and mom. That's what goes in people's headstones. At the end of the day, that's what happens. People don't care at the end of the day how much money you made or how many properties you owned or what cool car you had. It is the people around you. How many people do you have at your funeral? And that's your legacy.
So how many moms do we have moms in the chat? Dishik said, "Shout out to all the moms." I don't know if we've
Heck
got any
yeah.
moms watching. I do see a lot of groups. Now, one thing I will s so I'm not a mom.
That's
I'm not a
okay.
mom. So I do
And
have,
she's not a mom either. She's not a mom.
right, but I'm just saying, like, me personally. But I do see a lot of the mom groups and the mom things, and what I will say is that I can understand how there would be, um, like, a use case for a separate element of support because of
Sure.
these 2 worlds that you are trying to balance.
Mhm.
I just plain and simple don't have to do that. I eat when I'm hungry. I don't have to, like, keep other human beings alive, you know? So there is extra things
But it's not
and,
for everybody. I have 4 of my
right,
best girlfriends will not be having kids. They don't want them. And I think it's okay. We also shouldn't feel pressured as women to make babies and be moms.
for sure. But what I'm saying, okay, so we got Vicky's a mom, Kara's a mom. Okay, so we're saying we got a couple mamas in the group.
Good.
Uh, Power to you, ladies. But so I wanna know and, like, don't get mad at me because I know you probably are an angry drunk, but, I'm just
No,
kidding.
I'm the opposite of that. I'm like the really fun
You're the
drunk
"I
who
love
likes
you,
to
man.
party.
I love you, man." So why does it make you angry, that working mom thing? Because
It's
is
just
it
not
just the word
necessary.
work? Is it
It's just
just the
not
word work?
necessary.
Because it's redundant.
It's
Is that what you're
redundant.
saying?
And men don't
Okay.
go running around hashtag working dad. Like it just sounds
Working
stupid. So
dad.
if it sounds stupid when they do it, why should we do it?
You know what the men do, though? They say full-time dad, which I think is funny. Because 'cause
It's stupid too.
aren't you all like, right.
Of
Yeah,
course you are.
full-time dad, you know, if they
So
have
to
full
me, it's
custody or something.
redundant. Like you're a mom and you work. They're a dad and they work. Like you don't need to have that
Last
descriptor, in my
last
opinion.
week No, no, totally. So last week I had, the opportunity to go visit, some colleagues, um, and stay at their lake house for a few days, and the husband is a colleague, and I met their lovely family, and the the wife, I wanted to know if she had a career outside of the home,
Mhm.
and I didn't wanna do what you said, like, I didn't want to offend her, and I never did ask her because I
Mhm.
didn't know how to say it in a non-offensive way.
So you ask
So,
her
maybe
what
you can
kind
break
of work
down
does
that
she do?
language for us.
Yeah.
What?
What kind of work do you do?
But I I don't know if she even has a career outside of the
Well,
house.
then don't you say, "Are you a?" So then I'll lead the question. Are you a VP of home operations or do you work outside the home?
Alright, I'm gonna make a note of that. So
So
I
then
don't
you don't
'cause
offend them
I
because
know
then
that
it's
that can be like,
elevating.
how do you say it? Because here, from another
It's
perspective too,
elevating
like,
them,
I
right? So that way they're not saying, "Oh, I'm just a homemaker." No, no, no. You're a VP of home operations.
yeah. Why is it gotta be the VP? I think she should be the president.
Okay, she's the president of operations.
CEO maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, go for it. Go all the way. So, I
Go
mean,
nuts.
I that's why you're not belittling their work, right? That is
Sure.
work. And so you're not belittling them. So sometimes I'll ask them like, "Okay, what do you do for work?" "Oh, I'm just a mom." "No, no, no. You're a VP of home operation." I'll stop them dead in their tracks and tell them not to use the word just anymore. Remove it from your
I agree with that
vocabulary.
for sure, but I don't think any of us should say just.
No, the word sucks. It means lesser than. Oh,
Right.
I'm just. And I'm like, that means you just belittled yourself. You took yourself down a notch. Don't do it.
Yeah. Okay, so Jonathan Denwood, who loves to be controversial, has put a
Yes.
comment in here. He's just trying to stir things up because I know this guy, but he doesn't really mean it. He's a nice guy. So but he says, "Oh dear, is this deciding it's something." Anyway, he says this somehow. This means that he thinks this is an attack on men.
Nah,
You
we
know, I
love
can't read it
you.
out
I
loud.
love my
It
husband so
isn't.
much. There's
Just that's
no
what I mean.
way.
Jonathan's just trying to.
Stir the
He's
pot.
just trying to stir up trouble.
So,
Yeah,
like,
he is.
my
'Cause I know him.
husband is the most I have my very own action figure. My husband is super hot.
So great. Nobody likes to show
And
off,
I
Amber.
I would not be able to be
Does
the
he have any
amazing
brothers? How tall are they?
CEO, founder, owner, mom without him. We're amazing partners, and he is awesome, and I would not be able to be what I do today without him.
Yeah. Hashtag working parents. Just kidding. Just
Family
kidding.
family unit.
Hashtag awesome family.
Yeah, no, we do it together. It's like a partnership. That's what is the negotiation upon marriage. Like, we do this
Yep.
together, all of the things together. There wasn't even in the wedding, like wedding planning. I was like, no, no, no. We're about to embark on marriage. You're going to help with the planning just as much as I am. You don't get a free pass at this thing that men do. Like, fuck that.
I love that. All
We're
right.
in this
So
together. We're gonna start together. We're gonna end together, and that's the end of it.
Marchin is a fan as well. He says you are dynamite. If you are uh, still around in another hour and 15 minutes, you want to come hang out with us in the after party?
I wish I could,
We're
but
still
actually, I have a really cool moving truck.
You're moving?
I'm
Oh my
moving to
god.
Idaho.
Today, like right now.
Yeah, like I stopped for this hour break to
Uh-huh.
do my presentation here today, and then I'm about to like embark on a 9-hour journey to Idaho.
Wow. Well, gosh, thank you so much for being here with us, even
Well,
though you have all that going on.
no big deal. I'm just moving my 5-bedroom house 9 hours to Idaho.
I've
And I
never
put
been to
this presentation, and actually, I'm gonna show you something. This is gonna be really funny. So, see how pretty my background is? I'm gonna show you something
Mhm.
funny. You ready for this?
It's lovely, yeah.
Doo, 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 doo,
You
doo.
take it with you. You're on she's got a ladder.
Because
We're getting behind the scenes.
my entire office is packed.
Empty. Oh my gosh. Well, you are a trooper for being here on this crazy day. I hope you're
So,
not
that's my
driving the
desk right now
U-Haul. Hope you're not driving the
because
U-Haul after all that tequila, after the
so
sparkly Mountie.
well, I'm driving my SUV and my husband's gonna drive the U-Haul truck and trailer,
Okay, let's
and
hydrate
we
first.
have plans
Feel
to
uncomfortable about this.
embark on our first load to drop it off at our new home in Idaho, in Napa, South Idaho. So we're moving there. We'll be out of Washington April 30th. So we drive back on Friday with another load and then drive it over on Saturday, and we'll be permanently moved to Idaho.
Well, that is super exciting. Congratulations on
Thank
that.
you.
Congratulations on the success of your business, the success of your family. You
Yeah.
guys are adorable. Where can the people find out more about you?
You can go
Run
to
those run those
awesomeamber.com.
awesomeamber.com, tutusandtequila.org. And do you have a podcast too?
Amber Energy, the podcast.
Yes, of course. Can I come on it
If
sometime?
if I could bottle up and sell my energy, I would.
I know, gosh, I need
So
some.
I would call
Can
definitely
I
call
come on?
it Amber Energy, and it'd be like the
Yeah.
most craziest,
Wait, is
sports
it
drink
about
out
working
there.
out and stuff?
What?
Is it about like working out and stuff?
I mean, I used to compete nationally in bodybuilding.
Of course you did.
Of
That
course I did.
explains the guns.
So
Yeah.
my husband and I used to be well, we are. I met him during bodybuilding. I stalked the fuck out of him at a gym. And and we met at the gym and we both competed. He's in bodybuilding, I competed in figure. And I competed nationally. I was a spokesmodel for a few different brands in the fitness industry. And I went to a bunch of different fitness expos, repping booths. I was a booth babe for a while and did that bit. And competed nationally. Took fourth at the USA Championships a couple times. And I'm very Googleable. So you can go Amber Jacobs, fitness, and you get to see all sorts of fun ab work, abs, and like rippedness.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming Thank you for being so chill about our technical issues
No,
that we've had.
I just feel bad that someone's gotta, like, stream that all together, like, stitch it.
We've got geeks for that. It's fine.
So
No
that's what I
problem.
do. My husband and
Thank
I
you,
are
Jerome.
bodybuilders. We work from home. We have home lives, and we have a couple of sons, and I like being a boy mom so far. Last night,
Sounds
I did not
awesome.
sleep a wink. My infant was up from midnight to 4. That was fun. He's teething.
Oh, that's fun times.
That's
And then
okay.
you're gonna go drive, so but
Yeah,
yeah,
I mean, it's
you're
cool. Don't worry about it.
it's life, and you're enjoying the ride, and I
Well,
love that about
that's
you.
really it. It's life. Life throws you curveballs, and it's really just a matter of like, what are you gonna do about it? Like,
Totally.
you can sit there and be like a pity poor pot, whatever, or you can like go do something about it.
Pity poor pot. Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
I'm not one for the pity poor pat. I'm not a victim.
Uh-uh.
Mm-mm, not a victim
No,
here.
I don't like it. We're
Don't like
lucky,
it.
right?
I'm gonna do something about it.
Blessed. Blessed, yo. All right. I am gonna stalk you online a little bit. We're gonna be besties. We're gonna do some more virtual drinking together at some point in the
Ooh,
future.
so
Good
okay,
luck
so
with
back
all
to
your
our thing.
endeavors.
You can I'll be in an hour and a half. I'll probably be in Seattle by that point. Be
Wow.
driving through
Good for you.
Seattle.
Nice. Well, hey, if you wanna fire up your phone and join us, I'll send you the
I
link.
mean, like,
All
I
right.
need a link for my mobile device so I can
That's
join
fine.
via my phone.
Okay. All right. Well,
But I
maybe
don't
we'll
know how
see
to
you
do it
later then.
otherwise.
I'm gonna end the broadcast, and then we can talk your tech support. Okay, Amber?
Sounds good.
All right. Bye, everybody. We'll see you in a few minutes with our next
Happy
speaker.
Tuesday.